Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. And we have another game here from Unleashed UA and Filthy, Dirty, Disgusting Dutch. These guys always seem to meet each other a fair bit, and their replays are pretty entertaining. Unleashed, definitely the most casted player of all time on my channel in Dutch. It's pretty safe bet he's the second most casted player on the channel, so it's going to be classic GDI versus Nod, classic Tournament Rift. So I would have liked it to be on a different map, but you know, it's going to be Tournament Rift. Now this replay here you won't find on the system. This is something I've just accumulated over time. It's probably a couple of weeks old, this replay here, but both players seem to be going pretty crazy over this game, so we'll have to see how it goes. You know, again, not too much makes onto the replay system now just because there's not a lot of following there, but there is still a decent amount of replays there. So Unleashed UA is going to be as the GDI faction on the right hand side, and he's going for 2 engineers, and I think that looks like all he's going to be doing. Yeah, he sells straight away after the second. Filthy, Dirty, Disgusting Dutch is going to be going for 1 Saboteur, so just going for the 1 spike, not worrying about going any further. Of course, he is vanilla Nod, so unless you really go shadow teams, you can't really risk going for a bottom spike, just because your scouts are so slow, and they're really pretty much the worst scout you can probably have is the militant squad. And this squad member, these guys here look like they're missing a dude. 5, 6, 7. Oh no, there's 8 there. There's 8. Oh, it's supposed to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure militant squads had 9 dudes. Or am I just like seeing things or something? So no, it's yeah, it is. It's 9 dudes. So these guys seem to be missing one. Oh, there's some damage. I'm not sure if that was from the blue tip field or there is a dude that's dead there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's 9 there. God, why am I wasting time counting militant squads? But anyway, we have a foxhole being dug in. The buggy doesn't quite finish them off. And he's got another foxhole here, so very close foxholes. You really only need 1 foxhole in the enemy base. The rest can just be for scouts and eyes. No rush coming down here from Dutch. He's going for a second refinery. Unleashed UA is going for a rush, but there is a buggy here, and it should be able to spot this command center up here. And whoa, Dutch. I mean, you can see that the MCV's packing up, but he can... Oh my god, he cannot see that those are there. He does not realize that there is an airfield. Are you serious? He does not see that, and he redeploys... No, he doesn't redeploy. Sorry, this is Dutch's view, so... what does he think about that? I mean, he doesn't... If this is a harvester, I'm going to have to say that he doesn't realize that something is up. This something that's building here is not obviously a harvester. He's going for an expansion now. But did he build a shatterer tank? What is he doing? What is Unleashed doing with a single shatterer tank? And he's got APCs coming as well, so he's doing some kind of APC with 1 lone shatter, which, I mean, if the shatterer doesn't die, I guess it's going to do a lot of damage, but Scorpion tanks are coming out, and again, he can micro them back to the War Factory. I mean, naturally, shatterer tanks are very good against things like Scorpion tanks that don't have very much armor, and it will go through them, but you have to just wonder. I mean, there's hand of nods coming up, so these... Oh, there's actually a rig. Wow, I am totally blind. There is a rig here. I was going to say, shouldn't there be a rig? It's a rig with a 1 shatterer, and he does deploy, and of course the rig deploys pretty quick in 1.02 plus, and he redeploys it, realizing that was not a good place to place it, and again, he doesn't put it where he really needs to. A laser turret. Dutch just built a laser turret. You saw it first. He built a laser turret. The shadow tank is coming now, but the rig is taking a lot of damage. Oh man, he's actually going to lose the rig straight away, and this push may very well fall apart. Yeah, look at that, the shadow tank didn't even get there. I think he should have held the rig back until these other units made it. So obviously Dutch has realized he's seen something because he's built a lot of anti-armor and things like that, and I obviously didn't realize that he'd spotted this somehow, but Unleashed doesn't lose the shatterer tank. What can he do with this now? I mean, there's a lot of Scorpions. They could probably just rush it and get around and behind it. I mean, they would take some decent damage from that unit there, but yeah, he's going to pull back with it now. He's just going to leave the APC here. He obviously wants to save that. He might need them later on because he could go into a shatter infantry mix, and that would be very devastating. Versus, oh no, he's actually getting shot at. Oh man, the militant squad actually sniping down the engineer. I'm not sure why Unleashed isn't trying to take this spike first. That is much safer. I guess he's actually got, and this will be super unlucky if he gets that. No, he's not going to get that one, so he will capture that. Meanwhile, the APC is still working on these ones. Dutch, what's he doing with those Scorpion tanks? He must have set them out. He must have sent them somewhere. Yeah, they're over here. But, I mean, if he's going to build these to counter the rush, and the rush is gone now, he might as well send them out because they don't really have anything to worry about. There's not much that can stop these tanks at this point in time. That APC gets destroyed. And he does actually take both the spikes. The MCV is here. Dutch obviously realizes that's there. There's no refinery though, and there's nothing much to protect this MCV, which is now starting to take damage. A tower comes up, but I mean, just a tower against this isn't going to be doing too much damage. He might have to bring the Shatterer tank down, which he's bringing a Predator as well. So the Shatterer tank went all the way back to base. I would have probably pulled it down to the construction yard, and he will be running over that engineer, which is trying to get out here to keep the MCV alive, but he doesn't really need one just yet. I mean, there's only 6 Scorpion tanks here. They're pretty weak versus buildings. That Shadow tank is now coming. He takes a swing, but he will not get it. He gets this repairs on as well. And these Scorpion tanks, none have gone down yet. They will be moving across. There is a Predator tank here. And again, he could probably take those 2 units, but I guess he doesn't really want to trade out because he'd have to trade out a fair few units to get that, especially with the Shat tank and, yeah, firing at him now. There's a beacon over here. Harvesters are being destroyed. 1 harvester goes down. A buggy did get destroyed, but there are some Predator tanks here. Probably could have saved that with a little bit better micro, but didn't actually happen. So those bikes are actually up there. Dutch needs to actually micro them away because they are getting shot at now, and he won't lose any. But these Scorpion tanks are now moving through the base. They may be able to pick up another harvester kill. He's going to move that across to the war factory. Will it make it there in time? Oh, he needs something to block. The Predator tank gets in the way, unfortunately, so it works against Unleash. 2 tanks go down now, and they got the harvester though, but they need to get out of there because trading all the tanks for the harvester, I mean, of course, that's good for Dutch, but again, he would have liked to got more than 1 tank out of there, and I think even the last tank may actually just, yeah, Dutch probably doesn't even care anymore at the moment, and he just leaves that one behind. Unleash will clean that up. He's got a few rocket squads, infantry over here as well. They will find a shredder turret. That's not what they want to see. Dutch has double ref, but he's only got 2 harvesters, so he's not really utilizing double ref at the moment. The infantry will fall back. Does dig a foxhole again, keeping his eyes open. He's got some Predator tanks just out and about here. There's 3 of them. They're in a little bit of trouble of getting overwhelmed right now if they drive into this base. Again, there's actually quite a few Scorpion tanks there, so it looks like he's still planning to go with these Scorpion tanks. For these guys, again, a lot of small hit squads at this point in the game. Of course, it's not very far into the game, so that's what you kind of expect, but they're not afraid to leave their base, get out of there, and do some damage. Refinery does come down at the blue Tiberian field now. There's 2 of those Predator tanks. They're not reverse moving, which means they will take extra damage from the rear armor, and he turns them around now, snipes down one of the Scorpions, but he really needs to keep retreating, and those Scorpion tanks are going to be very happy with cleaning up a few of these Predator tanks so they don't mix into a bigger squadron later on. The bikes will make their way around the top. Does he have much to counter that? Yeah, he does. He's actually building more Predator tanks. That Shadow tank is still alive. It hasn't really done much aside from force some units to move around and things like that. The bikes will come in. They're like, nope, don't think so. They probably will lose 1 more. Yeah, they lose 1 more before they go down. Battle markers over here. Something just got destroyed. A harvester got destroyed. What was that? Oh, it's a stealth tank. He's got stealth tanks out. How does he have stealth tanks out? He's got stealth tanks out so early. These rocket squads, he needs to reverse move this harvester right now. It's full of blue Tiberium. He can't afford to lose that. Oh my god, because not only is that a dead harvester and he loses a harvester, but all that blue tip is now gone. He does snipe down the second stealth tank, but I think Dutch is satisfied with that trade. I mean, it was definitely a good trade. He's still rocking both the spikes, but now he has to expand. There's a battle marker up here. He's going to snipe down another harvester. Normally Unleash is the one that's doing this kind of constant endless harassment. Dutch, he's a bit of a ball. He's actually got tanks here, and he might even get another harvester, dead harvester there. Another harvester. There's only 2 pit bulls here to defend, and Unleash is trying to bring back an army through the middle, but it's so slow right now that it's not really going to make it. Another harvester falls. This harvester here is as good as dead, getting blocked from docking in the refinery. It will unload a portion of its Tiberium, maybe 25% of its Tib, and it will go down. This is the last harvest here. He's getting pulled back, and finally Unleashed units are actually rocking up to this base. So Dutch utilizing Nod's very fast hit and run, but Unleashed is just taking so much damage. More harvesters coming out of the war factory though, and he should be able to save that one. But yeah, he's just getting pulled apart right now. He's in a lot of trouble. He has a nice ground force here. Cleans that up. Dutch probably could have pulled out of there before it got too messy for him, but he does sacrifice those units. AP ammo is done, so he's actually got AP ammo and an airfield. Not sure what he's planning with those. A Redeemer is out. Dutch is just crazy teched, and of course he's probably got some more stealth tanks out, and he's actually got 4 avatars and Unleash. I think he's just going to lose this game straight up. I was expecting some kind of cool crazy rush, which is what he did, but he's in a lot of trouble. He has expanded, so he's got an expansion down here. There are some harvesters here, not many. He's going to have to pull these harvesters down to that base, but again, that Redeemer, and the Redeemer is actually moving through the middle, and the avatars are moving through the top. There is no repair pad for the Redeemer though, so all the damage it takes, it can't actually repair, so Unleash could wear this down over time. But what has he got? he's still got that same shadow tank the whole game over. Scattered infantry, a handful of tanks. It's not looking too good. These avatars would be looking to meet up with them, but no, they're actually guarding the MCV. So Dutch is going to take the middle expansion. He's just fine with this here. He's probably going to go for some hammerheads or some, I guess Orcas are probably the best choice right now. Wow, Dutch is actually bringing out Vertigo Bombers. Normally Dutch doesn't use these type of unit combinations. Normally he's a mass Scorp or a mass Spike Buggy or something like that. But to use so many more specialized units is not is very unlike Dutch. He's going to lose his command post here, which means he's not going to be able to place down any more airfields, but he's got 2 of them, and he sells it off. Rage Gen goes off, but I think he already gave the attack order. Vertigo Bombers come in. Oh, that did a lot of damage. 4 tanks are dead, and some infantry collected along with that as well, so that's not good. I think Unleashed might just have to pull back and wait for the Orcas to reload, so he doesn't sacrifice too many more units. He loses another tank there. These units will continue to fight, and these Orcas coming in now. Venoms are actually rocking up. Do they have laser capacity? They do have laser capacitors. That's just an even worse time for Unleash. Is he actually going to stop this Redeemer right here and now, though? The Orcas are coming back, and he should be able to have enough firepower. It doesn't quite fire off the last rocket. That Predator tank, oh, he gets it. He gets it. Oh, veteran Predator tank, but he's flying over this base now, and there's no AA. There is no AA. These Orcas are pretty much all forfeit right now. What's he going to do? What can he possibly do about this? He's flying over to his war factory, which is actually smart because he's actually got a pitbull or 2 over here, which may be able to convince Dutch maybe he should leave. Bit of splash damage coming down. He tries to target the pitbulls. 2 Venoms straight down and more pits coming out. Yeah, they're going to have to back off now. With the war factory here to repair it, he's having trouble getting the DPS he needs. He's actually going to get another one. Probably shouldn't have moved the pitbulls. There's no point moving them. It just means the repair drone can't follow them as well. But he will get away with 1 of those Venoms. But some of those Orcas did survive. 3 of them, in fact, do survive. So that's going to be good for Unleash. He has some economy down. He's got 3. He's got 5 harvesters here. So he's actually managed to rally somewhat. And he has got the guts to move his MCV to the middle field, so it looks like that's where he's going to be heading. Dutch is even taking the blue Tiberium now. He sent a little bit too many harvesters there, I guess because his field over here is dry and he just decided to send them all there. He really needs to send them up here. Those pitbulls get smashed by these avatars. There's actually 6 avatars here. And with laser venoms and avatars, Unleashed is going to be really hard pressed to do too much about this. These Orcas are pretty much going to go down pretty quickly here. He's actually going to turn around and he's going to sack some of his venoms to get more of them. Again, the avatars are not going to be enjoying seeing those Orcas there because they're a pretty good counter to that kind of armor. But yeah, the avatars can pretty much take everything he's got on the ground here. He is chasing that harvester, not going to get it. The avatar's now moving on Unleashed main. He's going to have to sell that 2 very important power plants there. That's basically his entirety of his power, so that stuff he's just going to have to rebuild. He's trying to spam out, he's actually changed direction. He's trying to spam out rocket squads. He's got some more Venoms here. He's going to have to bring forward the pitbulls, and the pitbulls are going to try to snipe those. Oh, Armageddon Bomber does go down. It didn't drop its mines, unfortunately. It would have been tight, though, but Unleashed is in a lot of trouble here. He's got pitbulls and he's got rocket squads. If he can get rid of these Venoms, which he does, the MCV is down, though. The pitbulls need to get out of there. Oh, my God, they're just going to get destroyed, absolutely ripped apart. Dutch cloaks his avatars. There are pitbulls here, but they did pull back, so some of these are still visible, but now they're starting to re-stealth. That one there obviously is not stealth, so he's shooting that. And he will get another one. Wow, the pitbull's actually revealing the stealth there, so he will chase that. And surprisingly, he does take down the husk, not looking to see that get recaptured. He's surprisingly got a very... I mean, it's all tier 1 right now. It's all tier 1 except for AP ammo. But is that going to be enough to hold a tier 3 or tier 4 nod, should I say? Dutch is now just eating this tib up, and he can really build any kind of unit combination he wants. And I'm not really sure what he's going to do. Obviously, he's probably going to just continue with the avatars, I think, and then maybe mix in some other units as well, such as a man spam or other vehicles or venoms or things like that. He's actually building laser scorpions, and he doesn't actually have dozer blades, so going for a cheaper alternative here. Is he going for dozers? No, he's not going for dozers. He still has vertigo bombers. I'm not sure what they have been up to. Maybe he forgot about them, or maybe I've just been missing out on what they're doing. I really don't... I was going to say, I hope he doesn't waste them on the spike. It's going to take them 3 tack runs to kill that, and those expensive units, they need to be killing the stuff that Unleashed has. They should be harassing his economy. I mean, the unit combination that Unleashed has now, Vertigos aren't particularly good. There's a lot of pitbulls, there's an APC or 2, and there's rocket squads. Vertigo bombers don't want to see that. And again, Dutch probably realizing now he doesn't have dozer blades, which means he's not going to be as good as he thinks. The laser venoms are fighting over here now. This is a pretty spread out fight, and Dutch should not be engaging across this rift here because his armor isn't in the area that it needs to be, and the venoms are getting pretty much picked apart by all this double A here, and he will be falling back into this base now. And I guess he got the Scorpion tanks for a better crushing ability here because they're faster. But now Hammerheads are coming out, and they have rockets in them, and this is important here. He's ditched the Orc. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to go for rocket Hammerheads, and a few more units going down. Venom's getting completely expended there. He shouldn't be expending too many Venoms, and Dutch is actually falling back. Unleash is actually making this happen. These Hammerheads now, all with rocket squads in them, are going to start to rank up, and this is going to be pretty intense here. It looks like Dutch is intent on continuing this fight right now, but Unleashed is bringing in some more units. Orchestrate comes in. Those avatars are getting an epic crush off. They crushed a lot of infantry there, and that's really important. And now the avatars are getting shot up though, and there's nothing much to oppose these Hammerheads, even trying to build engineers to reclaim them that quickly. But it looks like, yeah, Unleash is going to be able to clean this up. I think there's really no double A for Dutch. He's trying to build laser buggies, but I mean, these Hammerheads could pretty much just target them down if they wanted to. And he did actually claim, he claimed an avatar. It's actually a cloaked avatar. I don't know how he managed to claim that inside all that shooting. I didn't even see it, and Dutch is going to get cleaned up on the ground. He does have Dozer Blades though, so he did upgrade that, but Unleash just smashed that at the end. How is he holding this off? And now he has exceeded this field. He's completely cleaned the whole thing up. So he spent all of his money just trying to survive. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. That was easily capturable. Unleash does rock with 3 spikes though. It looks like Dutch has it looks like he called in Seed Tiberium. Does he have a tier 4 chem plant? No, he doesn't seem to have one at the moment. There is one Vertigo bomber. Obviously some of them have been shot down that I have not seen. There's actually another one here. That's weird. It doesn't have a pad. Yeah, he's actually got... Oh no, maybe it does. Maybe I'm just seeing things again. But yeah, Dutch just rolling with 2 of them. He's going double War Factory, but I really think he needs to move out of the War Factory kind of phase at the moment and go for some infantry or maybe some stealth tanks, because if he goes for this mass ground vehicle, I mean, he needs to get a good engagement though. The Pitbulls though get first shots on. These laser buggies aren't particularly effective, and the Hammerheads will come in, and that's a lot of damage. He's got a lot of Hammerheads here, and again, most of them are loaded up with rockets, and he's going to focus down the buggies straight away. The Pitbull's just avoiding this, trying to steer clear. That Vertigo bomber will get shot up, and there's a lot of shooting going on here. Tiberium core missile comes down, and this game getting pretty intense. That Vertigo bomber wants to get out of there. Yeah, he doesn't want to stick around, and a few more Venoms going down. The Pitbulls will be retreating. The Hammerheads are running, and Dutch, are you Q moving, buddy? Actually, has he got bombs there? No, Vertigo bomber's getting completely expended. He's using those completely as just like to suck up damage. I'm not sure what Dutch is doing there. A bit of a Q move, but he's being super aggressive, pushing Unleash back. Unleash is losing Hammerheads now. His Hammerhead count is getting quite low. He's down to 5. He still has some rockets in them, and Dutch should be able to take this ground force now. There is an avatar there. He is picking off every laser buggy as it comes in, but he's down to just 4 Hammerheads. It looks like all but one of them have a rocket squad inside them, which is going to help immensely. He does take down more of these units. Laser buggies are causing a lot of problems though. That avatar, which is cloaked, is actually starting to crush. They can't actually see it, and the Raider buggies don't reveal stealth because they are not mock buggies or blackhand buggies, and all the Hammerheads are gone, which is a big blow for Unleashed. He really needed those to stay alive. The Avatar re-stealthed and crushed a ton of tanks, which definitely helped him here, but these Pitbulls now are trying to hold this, and they're just like, well, we don't really have too much we can do. That Orca Strike, oh man, it's lucky he moved in. That would have done a lot of damage. He will take out the airfield now. There's not much more that can do for Unleashed, and I think he is now starting to cave. And yeah, it took a while. He's got a heroic Scorpion tank. No, it's a heroic buggy, sorry. And oh my god, Dutch, move your tanks, Dutch. Oh my god, he's not paying attention, and he's going to get the crush off on more units here. This Avatar. Oh, have we seen this before? We have seen this before in the past where someone has done it. Doesn't even realize that he's being crushed, I don't think. He almost gets the heroic buggy, and that is pretty crazy. He's just walking all over this. There's no stealth detection at all. That Avatar is now veteran, and this War Factory is taking a lot of damage, and it's just moving in now. He's going to get more crushes off. 2 more, 3 more buggies going down. He got an elite Avatar. He's just moving through this area here. The tanks are moving around the War Factory, and they're just staying alive, keeping Dutch at bay. He's still got the heroic buggy, which is going to be a pain. But this Avatar now just getting more crushes off. It is just crushing everything right now. He gets the heroic buggy. Oh my god, Dutch, filthy Dutch. He still doesn't realize there's a stealth unit there, and you can't blame him. There's so much shooting going on. He probably thinks he's just losing it through normal fighting. And Unleash is just microing this like a boss. Just move. He's got a heroic. He got a heroic stealth Avatar, and he's just going to continue. He doesn't even care about shooting. He could just turn around and shoot these units now. He's got a blue beam. It shoots 100% faster, and it's just going to one-shot everything that Dutch has here. And Unleashed has survived somehow. He's just picked off that whole army. The Avatar just turned around and is like, yep, thank you very much. Oh my god, Dutch, how did you let that happen? I think he thought maybe he was just about to win the game. Unleashed doesn't have much buildings left. There's really no Tiberium left on the map at all, and he's going to send this out. What's he going to do to be able to stop this? I mean, infantry is really the only thing he's got, and Dutch is going to stick with his unit combination. I really don't think this is a good idea. He doesn't have EMP coils. He has sold his tech center. He could sell a few more structures down here for some money. That is much needed. But one, he needs to reveal the stealth of this avatar, and two, he needs to be able to kill it. And it's just going to walk up and two-shot. He's just going to two-shot these Scorpion tanks, and Dutch really has no response. There's APCs here as well, and Predator tanks. Everything that Unleashed has, he's just moving up here. Dutch has to sell this off. This is crazy. He has to sell it off. All these harvesters now are going to have to move. There's really not much they can do anyway. There's no stealth detection for Unleashed, so he's not going to really be able to see those. But the MCV, Dutch must be sitting here thinking, what the hell is happening? This avatar, this heroic avatar, is just pounding away at this construction yard, taking a big chunk of its health every time it fires, and it fires so quickly, and Dutch is forced to sell. He got another building drop off. I'm not sure what it was. He does have an air tower. He does have a war factory, but he has no infantry. He's going to have to engage this. He doesn't have enough to engage this avatar. I mean, it could probably destroy this whole ground army by itself. And don't forget, Unleashed does have some units with this. Where they go? They're over there. APCs are over there. There's a Predator tank APCs. He's just building anything he can build. A few harvesters here, not really doing much. There's really nothing they can do at the moment. There's no Tiberium left. He could take this other spike, but again, Unleashed does have triple spike. The Venom will be able to reveal the stealth, but now there are units here for Unleashed, and he will be able to fight this. The Avatar, he realizes, is just not taking much damage at all. He's just going to focus down all these tanks. Really, if he kills the Scorpion tanks, he's pretty much just going to win this. Armageddon Bomber comes in. It does miss. It hits some of the force here, which will probably be destroyed. There is a Pitbull there, which will assist him. He's going to move back behind this building. He should fight behind this building. The Avatar, of course, will self-repair constantly, even when it's in combat. So he's just going to self-repair, moving back, and he's still got some APCs as cover. And he will be moving into this base. There is an obelisk there. He's going to want to avoid that. And is he actually just going to come down and take it out? Again, he's going to pay for it with some APCs if he does. He should put the Avatar in front so it can tank all the damage, and he will be firing at that. And can he even no, he can't outrange that, but he will drop that obelisk. And Dutch he's almost got nothing left. He's got an army here. He could try to take out Unleashed's last buildings. Unleashed has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings, but I think Unleashed would just build as many Predator tanks as he possibly can with what he's got. But Dutch now doesn't have an MCV either, so if he abandons his base, he will lose. And he's trying to pick out a good engagement. He really needs to wait as long as possible here before engaging in order to overwhelm this Avatar. He's engaging now. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. He's just getting ripped to shreds by this Avatar, which is taking no fire in return. He is focusing down all the APCs, which is very good, but there's no stealth detection. A bike is being forced out now, and Unleashed, he's going to see this, and he's just snipes it down straight away. He doesn't even care about this. He's just firing at them, and he will re-stealth now. And it's actually taking quite a lot of damage. This Avatar, though, is continuing to rip these guys apart. He is on the move. Can he re-stealth? That's the question, whether or not he can re-stealth. There's a Black Hand squad here, and he does get the re-stealth on. He needs to stay away from infantry, though, because infantry will reveal him. He gets 2 more crushes there as well, and he needs to be really careful. He snipes down the stealth detection unit, and then he moves away into the fog. There is another bite coming, so he's going to have to turn around. He may very well lose this Avatar right now. If Dutch has no more bites, he's got 1 more bite coming down. There's APCs here now, and he's going to know he needs to not engage. Those infantry can reveal stealth if they run into them. He gets another crush off. The infantry get cleaned up. There's APCs here, and Unleash will save the Avatar. It's starting to self-repair. It's got so much health that the self-repair does take a while to actually assist it, but he is gaining more health as this goes on, and Dutch is pretty much down and out. Oh my god, it's clutch game. Absolutely clutch game here at the moment. And again, what do? Neither side has an MCV. Dutch, I think he needs to start realizing that he's not going to be able to destroy this Avatar, especially since he didn't get EMP buggies, and he realizes it and he throws it in. He could have put in one last fight, I reckon, but to be honest, Unleashed has a lot of APCs around it now. That game, pretty crazy. 22 minutes, 45 seconds. I don't know how Unleashed survived for a majority of that game. Dutch, I think, did get wasteful at the 3/4 mark. He really did get a little bit wasteful, thinking that he was probably going to win. Did he get just reckless? No, not reckless, but he overcommitted a little bit, and he probably thought it was okay at the time, and realized, you're playing Unleashed, he's not going to give up, okay? He's going to keep fighting, and in situations like this, he makes a comeback. 188,000 or 156,000, so he got about $32,000 more than Unleashed UA. So, but Unleashed far out. That one Avatar, you can see the resource graph there. Unleashed struggling even from the start there, and Dutch got pretty far ahead, but Unleashed hung in there and just made it count. What else can I say? That was a great game. That was a very good game. Very much enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Stay tuned to my channel. More videos coming up as soon as possible. But anyway, I'm Green Zero, and I'll see you all next time.